Welcome to the Boytown Podcast. I'm sure you can see that this guy's not as ugly as Shane Todd. I've got a guest this week. I'm going to introduce him really quick because I'm fucking livid.
He's fuming.
Shut up, you've not been introduced yet. Guys, it's Ruairi Woods.
It's
Welcome
only
to
me.
the podcast.
Thank you very much for having
It's
me.
not only you, it's you. Believe in yourself,
Yeah.
brotherhood. You're dressed exactly the same as me, except without a burgundy jacket on.
I've-
Come on, get the memo.
I'm
See
just
what
like
you wear.
I got like a lesbian just out of prison, sort of.
I mean, listen,
Like, this is the lost and found.
you also have the smell of a lesbian just out of prison, and I like that.
Yeah,
I feel myself wanting to just eat you out or something.
yeah. Look me out, just
Aggressive. This
Yeah.
podcast, I'm sorry to start like this, guys. I know a couple of weeks ago we had a lot of lovely messages about the highbrow content that we put out in this podcast. Today,
mental health and stuff like that.
shush.
And,
Today, I don't give a fuck about that. I am raging.
yeah,
You know why?
raging.
I'm raging. I'll tell you why. Because of fucking student dog shit.
Not
Before-
deliberately, like it was
No.
an accident.
Before I came to this podcast, and look, I'm doing a fucking podcast. I'm a bare feet. I'm not even flexible enough to show you my bare feet because I'm so raging. Yeah, student fucking dog shit. And I hate that. Anyone out there own a dog? If you do, teach it to use the toilet. Like, what sort of fucking animal lets a dog shit on the street without picking it up? I'll tell you who. A fat bastard, lazy. See you next Tuesday. That's who. Now my studio stinks of shit, and it's not even Shane's fault that I can blame him.
It's just the dirty take
It's
here.
me. I know this guy. I thought. Listen, it smells a little bit. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
the Fenian in him.
Yeah.
But no, Ben was like, it's dog shit. And I went, how do you know it's dog shit? And he goes, well, I sniffed it and it smells like dog shit.
Tasted like
And then
dog shit.
I went, oh, what sort of stupid bastard student dog shit? And I was sitting with my legs crossed, and Ben went, you did? And
That
no.
guy.
Who? And not only dog shit. It wasn't just a lump. It was the orange dog shit, not the Protestant dog shit.
Sex
Just
orange.
stinking orange dog shit. And now I've got cold feet.
Yeah, James
and-
Nesbitt.
yeah.
Good show.
I know, and I'm not happy about it. But I'm delighted you're in the podcast.
Yeah. But
Worst
you're,
thing
you're
was,
acting as if like you're the only person to ever get annoyed by it.
I
As
know.
if everybody else is going, well, we have a Facebook group dedicated to the joys of being
but my
shouting.
point,
It's good luck, man.
my point, let me tell you, is whenever you have a dog and it shits, don't be a stupid benefit claiming bastard. Pick it up. Fucking, I can tell you what. Listen, I mean, I don't mean to be classist. More often than not, those guys do let their dog shit, but posh people are too good to pick up dog shit, and
Yeah.
no one's too good to pick up dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, the dogs can't pick up their own shit. They've got no hands, and if they did, that'd be weird.
Who let the dogs out? That's what I want.
The fucking Baja men, if they let them out, pick their shit up.
The Baja men were ahead of their
The
time,
fucking
clearly.
Baja bastards.
Do you reckon? Baja!
Nah, those guys, they have a lot to answer for. Those
Yeah.
Caribbean bastards. Letting their dogs out to shite everywhere.
Yeah, too busy drinking lilt.
Exactly. And you know what? Lilt's not even alcoholics. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
If you were drinking, I don't know. I don't want to say those guys because I'm digging a hole. But if those guys were to drink, you'd assume it would be rum. You
There-
know,
you
because
just-
that goes with lilt.
There has to be people that have used lilt as a mixer. There has to be. No,
Oh,
it's-
definitely. But you
you
know
know what I
what? Speaking of mixers, I sat down here to start recording the podcast, and you went, "You've a bit of dog shit in your hand," and I went, "Oh no, it's a different color. It must just be coffee." And I licked it, and it was dog shit. So now I've got the taste of dog shit in my mouth. I'm worried I might go blind. I might get fucking, I don't know, scoliosis. I don't know what I'll get from this dog shit that's in my body.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your Boytown podcast?
No crack apart from that, no.
No, listen, I've had a fucking bad day. I told you what happened before I got here, didn't I?
Yeah, but isn't dog shit's good luck?
No, bird shit's good luck, you twat. Dog shit's there's nothing good about dog shit.
Is it not just all animal shit?
No, not all shit. You know, just
Like if a
walking
zebra takes a dump on you?
down the street. I don't know where you walk, but a camel just shits on you. You're not gonna go, yes, is.
Red sky at night,
No.
dog shit on your hand.
No, red sky at night, fucking dog shite. It doesn't
Yeah.
have the fucking same ring about it. But this is, I don't know what's going to happen to me the rest of the day.
I just
Because-
can't take you seriously because I can see your feet under my eye and just
I know,
like,
and I've not cut my toenails in a while, so they're very baggins. My feet are extremely baggins right now, and I don't know why I've spread my toes out because I'm so livid. I fucking rage it. But before I came out, before I got shited on, I was standing, going to the toilet like a stand-up adult man does with a willy. I mean, trans people could just stop taking photos of my feet, you snake rat. But as I was standing doing a pee in my socks, may I add, my daughter just walked up to me before she got in her bath and just pissed all over my feet. So I got pissed on and I've been shitted on. And now I'm just really upset.
Was it both feet?
No, both my right foot is being shitted and pissed on. So my left foot's clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
Right, and then to make matters worse, I started cleaning up the dog shit about the office, and then I took my shoes off because they're covered in shit, cleaned them. Then I was wearing my socks, and then I stand in the wet bleach dog shit, so I'm wearing my socks are fucked and in the bin, and now I have bare feet covered in shit. So guys, of Hollywood, where our office is, if you have a dog, I'm coming for you. And by coming for you, I mean I'm phoning the North Down and Ards Borough Council. I'm sending them to stick things up your dog's arse. Whether that's is that how they do it? Is that
I think it's like a sandwich bag, isn't it?
Yeah, sticks. If you have a dog, put something up its ass to stop it shitting on my hallowed feet. Anyway, Woodsy, welcome to the podcast.
It's good to be here.
Sorry, I've been shitted on and pissed on. Yeah. Have you ever been shitted on or pissed on?
I've been shat on.
In a like.
Imagine I just didn't elaborate. And just like, anyway, so what about Brexit?
Well, you strike me as the kind of guy that may use a commode in the bedroom. I don't know if you just lie under it like a mechanic and just let stuff come down. I don't know, but I
had to get used to them overalls at about, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love the idea. It's like someone just bought you overalls for Christmas. I mean, what could you do? You could paint.
What else
you could cut garden bushes.
Yeah, dress up like Mike Myers, but
or just get shat on.
Yeah.
So genuinely, you've been shat on.
I've been shat on, yeah. When I was
as in physically, not just like he's fucking shit on me with that.
Yeah, not metaphorically.
With being invited to this podcast and then talking about being shitted on, he's shit on me. No, tell me.
Actual physically. When I was working for can I name the company? Well, I don't work for them anymore. So
what does it rhyme with? Tell us what it rhymes with.
It rhymes with event sec.
Nice.
And it also is called event sec, which is
right,
handy.
Okay.
Event rec.
Right, okay.
It should be called. It was like stewarding at gigs. Did you ever do anything like that? Stewarding?
No, I just I used to just hang outside gigs and sell drugs to kids. I mean, the dog shit's affecting my brain here. I'm sorry, listeners.
I was stewarding. I was a steward.
Nice. And
what steward? They should have called it.
What did you do?
You just basically like tell people where the smoking areas are and where the toilets are. But
so basically, just a helper.
Yeah. So you would ring up on a Monday to get your gigs. So this was only part time for me, so it wasn't really a big deal.
And you didn't call it gigs. Gigs is what you do now. You'd be like, "Maybe any gigs going?" Yeah, we do actually. It's it's the cooks.
Do you want to do the tuck shop?
Cooks and Botanic Park. Go ahead.
You work at Semi-Sonic and Thompson's.
And then I bet you enjoyed it whenever people had to leave that gig. Such a niche Semi-Sonic took. Whew. Oh, anyway.
There's 2 Semi-Sonic fans going,
yeah,
sweet.
This is great.
That's a tremendous
secret
joke.
smile, that wasn't the joke. It was closing time. Right.
Closure, isn't it? What's the other song? Chemistry was a big tune.
And nobody knows it, but you've got a secret smile. And you know it's caused by Bell's palsy.
What is going on?
Sorry, I've eaten too much shit today. I'm just struggling.
A lot of it. So I have been shat on. I took a gig. I took a jab. I took a bit of work experience at Slane Castle, and it was Oasis with support from the Prodigy and Kasabian.
Did you say Le Prodigy?
Le Prodigy and Kasabian.
Yeah. I love that.
That's on the spice. And I did that, and a woman shat my foot. Basically,
did you? How did that?
How did it come about?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, David. Basically, do you know when you work for like a real dodgy company and the sort of...
Yeah, I used to work for this company. I don't know if you've heard of it.
The housing executive.
No, the UDA.
Yeah.
I'm still actually a member.
Yeah.
Still work there. Still pay my pension, but don't worry
about
it. That's a joke, by the way, in case I get sacked or something.
That's not a joke. But basically, yeah, when I was working at Slane, and they clearly had like hired too many people for the gig, for the concert, so they made up jobs for like the stragglers.
So tell me you didn't just put your hand up being listen. If anyone's keen to shit on somebody here,
I know there's big queues, but here to the big man, I'll take that here. If anybody's out of freezer bags, come see Woodsy. So yeah, it was basically it was a disaster from the start, because in the way when you work in that sort of thing, like bouncers and stuff need to have like name tags and stuff now. So for some reason, I was on file as an employee, and my name is spelled Ruairi. It's the Irish Tag David sort of version of my name. But for some reason, when they printed it out, it was Reuben. So the guy just didn't have a clue, and he was just Reuben, close enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there with this Reuben name tag with this dodgy Strabane lesbian accent on it.
I love that.
Just standing there like high vis.
What's your name? Reuben.
Reuben Woods. It was conceived on top of a Reuben sandwich. Pastrami and sauerkraut.
What do you call it when you get a boner and you eat a Reuben sandwich? A Reuben wood. That's terrible. I've eaten too much shit. Like a euphemism for my life, really.
Yeah. I think the shit's going to dominate this podcast.
I'm so fucking angry.
Up the cakes.
I'm so angry.
Dawson's
about
cake.
it. I'm so angry about
Yeah.
it. So,
well, like
sorry,
everybody would be angry that you're acting as if you're the only person in the world that would be angry about it.
but I get
Generally, most people would find it a hamper. On
I
their day.
get especially angry about dog shit because I just think people need to pick it up. They're lazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, have you ever heard of the guy in the film? I think it's called Seesaw, maybe. And it's like this guy who doesn't like when people are bad, and he kind of just sets these games up for them, and then like he's like, "Oh, plugger." And then it's like, what is it? And he's
Who
like,
wants to be a millionaire?
Tarrant. And he's like, but he basically
Final
like,
answer.
do you let your dog shit in the street? And then the people are like, yeah, I do. And he's like, why don't you pick it up? And then he's like, oh, I fucking ran out of bags. He went, shit excuse. And then blows up their head in the microwave.
Is it Churchill the dog from the ads?
Yeah.
You be naughty.
You be bad. Oh, like, don't play fucking game, you mug. So, Reuben standing there looking harmless. That's actually my climax line.
That's OI.
Oh, why?
Cheers to that. Much appreciated. But yeah, so
Thank you.
I was at the Oasis gig. It was, no offense, scummy enough, where like having Prodigy as support. It was like like the all day gigs, like they do at T Vital and stuff.
I mean, there wouldn't be any drugs at that gig.
No. There'd be loads. Gluten free, organic, hummus flavoured vapes.
Imagine there'd be some
Ross hemp.
really unique styles of tea. Like, you know that you can drink funnels of booze and get really blitz quick? People just fire diazepam up their shitter through a funnel at those kind of gigs.
How do they do it? Do they have assistants?
Yeah, do you like a keg stand? And then they just plug it in and go.
Yeah.
And then that song by the Prodigy. Ding, 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 ding. And then just the diazzy shoot up their hoop.
Yeah.
And then they end up shitting everywhere. Maybe that's what I stood in drug addict shit, which either way, if you have a drug addict and you let your fucking drug addict out to shit in the street, clean up after it because they don't have hands.
Dave doesn't like being shot and like standing and shit. That's what we've learned today.
No. And you know what?
You're unique in that way.
I thought that maybe some way it might be okay to be shat on. Like, I know some people like it. They enjoy it. I just went each to their own.
Yeah, don't rule it out until you've.
But now I've sniffed shit up close. I don't want to be shat. Not that I did want to be shat on before, but I don't. I definitely don't now. I definitely don't. I feel like
it's giving you perspective.
I feel like, maybe the idea people might be like, it's nice. It's nice to be under this like looking up at maybe someone's privates, because you might be into bums. I'm more of a boob guy. I don't know what you are, Ben. But I mean, if I'm looking up, it might be nice, but it's not nice when the heavens open in any sense. So if you're looking at the heavens, it just happens to be an arse that shits on you. It fucking stinks.
Yeah, I think it's like when they discover that when they take the poster away from the wall in Shawshank and it's just a big hole in there.
Yeah, except imagine shit flies out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so gross. So Reuben standing there, you get this like
Reuben standing there in the high-vis. It clearly asked too many people to do the show. Mm-hmm. So no, they sort of. I was only quite new as well, so I was getting the crap jobs anyway. But they just started making up stuff. They obviously it was like 200 employees, too many.
Yeah.
So it's like, you go blah 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 blah, and I was told to guard a tree. Because obviously people steal them.
Yeah.
It was like when I worked at Oxygen for them, it happened as well. And there was like this area in the red campsite that was like surrounded by like barbed wire. Uh-huh. And it was basically like a swamp, and they were like, make sure no one camps in there. I'm like, well, there'd be nobody wanting to camp in there.
Yeah.
Man. Do you know what I mean? But
those guys with the funnel, the drugs in the funnel might be in there, face down.
Yeah, in Jumanji.
And then your job's over.
Juganji.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm done.
Juganji could be, something interesting altogether. They wouldn't be able to smuggle hemp up their foreskin.
Taking a weird tangent.
Oh man, all I'm going to say is, Shane, I'm sorry that there's going to be no more boy time.
Yeah, Woodsy signals of death of any podcast. I'm the kiss of death.
So again, you're guarding a tree.
Yeah,
Reuben's there. This episode's going to be called "Reuben Guards a Tree." For sure.
big Reuben guy. The big Reuben.
Big Reuben.
And yeah, I had to guard this tree. So there's people like, but what am I supposed to do if some lad starts pissing on the tree? I can't ask him to go.
What you need to do is deflect it. Move it the angle off the tree.
What if I had the funnel?
You'd be like, this is my job, sorry.
Yeah, nope. No. like on the Prosecco fucking fizz up too quick, like, oh shit.
Oh, but whenever that happens, the bottle of Prosecco, I always put my mouth over it, so I couldn't apply the same rule.
That's your answer to everything.
Yeah, was, oh shit.
If in doubt, get the mouth around it. The Dave Elliott story.
Listen, it's served me well. So you're deflecting dicks off trees.
Yeah.
Like Jackie Chan.
Yeah, and there was this big hefty bird, right? A big unit.
Yeah.
We'll call her IKEA. And she came over, and unbeknownst to me, she just decacked and then just shat my foot. So I was standing there, and like, no way, like, as you found out today, it's not something you're ever prepared for. No. So you're sort of perplexed as to whether it's really happened. So you're going, have I really just been caked on?
Yeah, and
I was sort of holding like one foot up, like the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
The
Karate Kid?
And it turns out
Karate Kid.
I'm just going to say things, and you're just going to say dirtier versions of it.
So you're standing there like the big
Karate Kid, and it turned out, I had indeed been shat on.
What consistency was it?
I don't think it matters. You know, it was.
But if it was a queer lump, you could just volley it into her face.
It was like, when you like scrub lime scale off the bottom of your kettle. No, you should try it because your tea's stinking.
No,
it's like when you've left pasta in the sink.
Oh right. That's not normal.
But when you're on drugs, so you don't have normal shites. Yeah. I assume, like in Train Spotting.
So was she in front of you when she did it? Or
she was to my left, and that's my weak eyes. I still have the patch and all as a child.
And she just. Were you able to be like, you just shot on me?
But the customer's always right, Dave.
I mean.
But when I confronted her about it, basically she was just that off her head. She just says, "Oh, are they new shoes?" As if like, no, these are old. Work away. But like, these are my fucking good communion shoes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you skated in them.
And you caked. You did a James Van Der cake.
And did you? The question is now, people are gonna be listening, and going, "Are you professional or are you not?" Did you keep guarding a tree, or what did you do?
I went off and washed the shoe. Basically,
what sort of shoe was it? I hope it wasn't like my shoe with fucking meshy and all.
Yeah, because they're decent shoes.
Yeah. Well, they aren't anymore. If any homeless people want a pair of size 12 shoes covered in shite, come to my house and collect them, because I'm not bringing them to your house because you don't have one.
It's always the way that anytime you have to get rid of shoes, it's always because one's fucked.
Yeah.
It's never like they're both. Like Lisa's dad, who's a farmer back in Strabane, one of his wellies is letting in.
Yeah.
Right? So he went in to get a new pair, but all he could get was pink wellies. So he's wearing one pink one, and he's wearing the oil green one.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, why don't you get rid of the... Do you know what I mean?
He's
one
already
pink,
doing
one green for like breast cancer awareness. Where the fuck is this?
I have a story about that. I used to think that the guys who fixed shoes were called nobblers. I didn't realise it. So I was like talking about getting shoes fixed for a wedding, and I says to my mum, "Can you drop us into the knobbler for me?" And she went, "What?"
Knobbler?
And I was like, "I'm the knobbler." And she's like, What are you saying to me?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, had the audacity to go, "Guys who fix shoes, nobblers." And she's like, "You mean a cobbler?" And I went, no, I didn't know that.
Nobblers is a nightclub.
Yeah. Just off Union Street.
It's 13 on TripAdvisor Belfast.
But so so what I'm saying is you should take that boot and bring it to a knobbler and see what he can do.
Yeah, the knobbler sort of.
The knobbler sounds like something out of Game of Thrones.
Beware of the knobbler.
What does a knobbler do?
You'll find out.
And then you'd be gutted if you just fixed your boots.
What age were you when you found out that wasn't the actual name?
Probably 26. Yeah.
I see, until I was 15, I thought the word melted was malted.
Malted?
So when I said to my mom, "Can I have some toast with malted cheese?" And she didn't bother to correct me until I was like 15.
She probably thought you meant like molten, like lava and stuff. Malted?
Yeah.
Molten cheese. That could be one of those like butterfly things or Mandela effect things. You know, when you listen back to things, you'd be like, "It is actually molten cheese." And you're like, "What?"
Fuck you, Geraldine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Somebody said one recently, and I went, "Nah, that's not right." Yeah. And then I went and Googled it, and it was right. So there are people out there fucking with us. I think they're changing lyrics just to back up this Mandela effect thing.
Do you know what I got wrong recently, word-wise?
What?
I was trying to make a joke that we were chatting about my wedding, and as you know, that room was quite warm.
Yeah.
By the end, and I was trying to make a joke a couple of weeks later that I was having the menopause. I was that warm.
Yeah.
So I said to my mother-in-law, I was like, I was getting flashes.
Yeah.
Like when you're on the menopause, and she goes, "What?" And I was like, I was getting those hot flashes.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Do you mean hot flushes?" And I was like, "Hot flashes is a different thing. That's another club."
The worst thing like that I have had was one of my mates used to go out with a girl, and she was what was known as narcoleptic. I have, of course, described her as a necrophiliac. I said, she's a necrophile. And they're like, what? Yeah, it's pretty awkward, that. See, when they're in public and it happens.
Yeah.
They're like, I bet it's awkward. I was like, I know, he just falls asleep. And then they're like, no, that's not what that is. And I was like, all right, best not be calling people.
My class, it turned out she was just celiac or something. Yeah. You got it completely wrong.
I know.
Just kind of gluten. No gluten for her.
I'm just
glad to get special bread.
That was back in the day when the Google didn't exist. You couldn't just go on, or even ask your fella Jeeves about it.
Yeah.
Because I had gone on and be like, how do you cure necrophilia? I'd have been arrested.
The patience of Jeeves, wasn't he good?
Yeah.
He was always there for you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this over Christmas. I remember doing your Christmas shopping before the internet.
Yeah. No.
The stress.
It wasn't.
I was getting hot flashes. But you know what I mean? Now it's just like Amazon, and I'm like, oh, you can gift wrap it, an R250. Yeah. Done.
See, I am.
No effort. And I wired some people money this year. I was like, oh, you just want money?
Yeah.
Get your account. I just wired it in like the early December.
Catherine, when we first started going out, she dropped the bomb on me big time in our first Christmas together. She was just like, no, just promise me one thing. And I went, what? And she went, just don't buy me my Christmas presents in Tesco's. And I went, bollocks. Oh, fuck. That's everything ruined. Like, that's where I get everything. Yeah. Like, she would have got herself a nice Yankee candle, probably a dishcloth, and a card. Right. And some Legos. You know,
dishcloth, a Brillo pad. With a wee red ribbon around it.
See, if I did buy her a fucking Brillo pad, you know what I could use it for? Cleaning the dog shit off my fucking shoes.
What's the worst present? Is there anything you bought Catherine that went down like a lead balloon apart from the engagement ring?
I actually call myself the lead balloon. Doesn't even make sense.
But we're both laughing.
Why
are you called the lead balloon, Dave?
Because I go down. Oh no.
Superman can't see through you.
And a real birthday parties for kids.
Lead balloon just sounds like a children's Led Zeppelin tribute band. Yeah. We're lead balloon. Good times.
Have I ever bought her any shit? Only her push present. That was the only thing that was shit that she doesn't like.
What?
Her push. Yeah, exactly.
What's a push present?
Fucking push present.
When she's giving birth?
Women make up. You don't present it during that, but women make up gifts, right? There's two things. She goes,
keep her lit.
I need a push present. And I was like, what? If you give baby. If you give baby, you need a push present, right? She's like, yeah, if I have a baby, you have to get them a push present. And I was like, what? I didn't get a bust present. I didn't get something for jizzing in you. I didn't get anything for sowing the seed. You're just the fucking harvest. I'm the farmer that's out planting shit.
I got nothing for the E-Jack.
No, exactly.
Electronic ejaculation.
I knew you said ejactrix, but it doesn't even make sense.
Is that a call center?
But for her push present, she's like, you need to get me a push present.
I can't believe that's the thing. Sorry, go on. But...
And I was adamant that wasn't a thing. I was like, nah, fuck that. Because since then, she's gone, you need to get me an eternity ring. And I was like, what the fuck do you call that wedding ring? I've said I'm going to be with you till I die. Do you want me in the fucking afterlife as well? Piss off. So she's like, you need a push present. I went, right, okay. If it's the principle of a push present, I will get you a present.
Yeah.
To thank you for the baby's not enough, but to thank you for that.
Would you get a plunger?
Close. I got her a finger pen.
What?
A finger pen. Like a pen. It's like a finger. It just looks like a finger, but it's a pen.
What colour was it?
It's like skin. It's like a finger.
Beige.
It was a Caucasian finger pen.
So it was a working pen.
Yeah. And
right.
I got her.
It was also a finger.
Yeah.
Because she's short of
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I bit one off. Because I'm a controlling bastard. But but I got this for right, and then we had the Great Flood of 2019, which was whenever I did too many shits, and
All
my
right,
soil
I thought you
pipe
meant
burst.
during the labour. The Great Flood.
That's the fucker. But during the
It was a great flood.
what's the 8th of December with your daughter's birthday? No, it was the Great Flood.
Is that the conception as well?
The ejaculate concept. Then
The
so
eject.
our house ended up flooding, so all of the stuff had to go out of the kitchen, and lo and
It was
behold, with shite water. So it was like it was just all ruined.
Inside
And you know
the
how I
radiator.
feel about shit.
You're not keen
Like
on
it.
it.
No.
If there's a Facebook page for shit, Dave's not
No, I'm not
liking
a
it.
member.
Your Facebook
Um,
group's getting no support from Dave.
So then, lo and behold, the finger pen. I was like, "Where's your finger pen?" She's like, "Oh, it's gone missing." In the flood, it had to get thrown out. It was contaminated. And I went, all right. So guess what? Christmas 2019 was sorted because Catherine once again got a finger pen. So yeah, basically, she would say the worst present I've got her would be now 2 finger pens.
Right.
But
what's a functioning pen that just looks like a finger?
yeah,
So what's the finger got? What can the finger aspect do?
it just looks like a finger, but it's a
Can you
pen.
paint the nails on it?
You could if you want. If you're very like Buffalo Bill, you could do
What
that.
colour's the ink? Is it like a one with
black.
It's black.
It's not like should be red because that would be like the blood. But
The Great Flood.
the
Great Flood.
when my child was born to me in the tsunami of the Punani. Like, the tsunami Punani. Ben, write that down. That's a name of a podcast that no one listened to. But yeah, so we got her that, and then yeah, she just wasn't very grateful for it. So I smacked her. That was the first time I actually dug her. I was like, oh, yeah.
With the finger pen.
But for anyone listening, that was a joke. I mean, I don't condone violence on women unless they let their dog shit in the street, and by which case knock 7 shades of shit out of them for sure, and then pick it up when you do.
Where did you get the finger pen? Was that in Tesco?
Amazon.com.
See, it's got everything.
I told me to look it up and show you what the finger pen looks like. Ben, have you a finger pen?
I need to actually put a face to the finger.
I mean, I could. Which is the name of your autobiography, The Face to the Finger.
Louis Theroux doing a documentary on this.
Let me see. Finger. Guess what some of the last things I've looked up on Amazon are? I'll tell you. Memory stick, Fitbit charge, Peloton exercise bike, Remington beard trimmer, and stationery holder. Not very exciting. I lead a boring life. But I did buy a very good stationery holder for my desk. So, whatever.
Going places.
Finger pen. Oh, wow. Finger oxygen. Weird. That's odd. I'd love to know what finger oxygen is, but finger pen.
I'll show you. Finger O2.
Finger pens. Oh,
Finger O.
I mean, this is bone. There we are. That's the exact.
That's the exact one.
This is the exact gift that I got her for having my child.
You need to put the link to that in the description for this.
Can you even if I send you that now, Ben? Can you can you pop that finger pen onto the video podcast for people to enjoy? And listen, if you're one of these guys out there that has a finger pen, let's form a group. I'll not join the shit on your foot pen, but by all means, I'll join a finger pen.
What would you call the group? Is it like a support group?
Fingers, pen, people.
Yeah.
The penis. Pen, no. Fucking dance, aren't they? Penis, fingers. Yeah.
Dead finger for love.
Yeah. The Meatloaf classic. Oh,
BYOF.
Do you know Meatloaf actually isn't made of meat? He's a human.
He's actually just a human being.
Yeah.
And he can sing as well. He does that.
He's very good. I actually saw him not long after he had the heart attack, and he wasn't great at singing then.
What, in the Royal?
It's just like, they're like, bring me a doctor. I'm like, no, I'll deal with him.
Watch you some grapes and a finger pen. That's like your default present for anybody. It says, heard the stroke was terrible, but
yeah. But you know what? I tell you what, a finger pen would take you off your stroke. Like, you'd be going, what the fuck is this? And it would take you a while to figure it out. Be like, is there some sort of ulterior motive behind this or what? And you'd be like, nah, it's just a finger pen, mate.
yeah.
You can write with it and also pretend you cut your finger off.
Is there a finger pencil? Because wouldn't it be class if you could get a fanny sharpener?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that would be very Me Too-ish. Wouldn't
Yeah,
imagine in
that'd be
your
very-
office,
yeah.
you just have this like what looks like a big lump of flesh with pubes all over it. Like, what's this? I sharpen my pencil and that.
Gammon me a razor blade.
Yeah. I mean, do you have any?
Can I sharpen that pencil there, Moira?
Do you have any merch on your podcast?
No,
channel yet?
it's due to
Well, I mean, there's a first idea.
the fanny sharpener.
Fanny sharpeners. Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, people would buy that. Old men would buy that, and because old men are the only people that still use pencils in offices. They come in to do all their. I mean, you could just
Still
do
do
it.
pencils.
Oh, why? They could do like you could do your accounting on Sage or something, but there's still an old man in the office that has one of those wee books with squares on it instead of lines, and he uses a pencil. And he's going on, so you put in.
He's still making his own butter and washing his clothes.
Exactly, and drinking beer instead of water at his desk out of a tumbler.
Tennis skull.
Ginger ale's another thing an old man likes, and their dicks out.
And ginger ale and cod liver oil.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I like us all to be old men in this room at some point, because there's a possibility we could die before that, but hopefully we'll not. You know.
Yeah. My dad drinks cod liver oil because he's like, it's good for when you're sick, but obviously it's good for when you're not sick because and then I had a stroke. There's a year to the day.
It sounds
Shout
like
out to Big Pat.
like a 50 Cent lyric, that. It's good for your health if you're sick, but if you're not sick, you can take it too. Yeah.
Stroke.
Can you
Stroke.
try and tell
Stroke.
the story he told me that I thought was a bit, but it was a true story. It was one of the most I've ever laughed. But it was you telling me this true story about your dad having a stroke, and you thought it was Bell's palsy, and then it was both.
That's the long and short of the story, where they were like, the sort of whatever symptoms he had, albeit being paralysed on one half of your body, and feeling indifferent about it. Like, not that you could tell by his face.
Yeah.
It's hard to gauge how he was feeling.
Did he have stroke on one side and Bell's palsy on the other? Because that would have been
like
confusing for the doctor.
They were like the me, myself, and Irene
Yeah.
cover.
So it's like-
My dad, sure, he's dead on. You seen him at the wedding.
yeah, he was alright.
He's got a walking stick.
Yeah.
So,
No, he's,
fuck
he
you,
was
stroke.
grand. Yeah.
go fuck
You
yourself.
could say he stroked that stroke, really.
That was the first thing he said to me. He was in the Alton Galvin Hospital in Derry, and he goes, "They don't call it Stroke City for nothing." I was like, "Alright, Pat. Jesus Christ. Yeah, dark curry. Stroke City."
And then did you lift up his hand to give you a high five or what?
So he can hold a finger pen.
I mean, I don't know who sent you this, but I assume it's Dave. What is it? Grapes in a finger. Oh no.
But yeah, they thought it was Bell's palsy, and then they were like, it might be a stroke, actually. So he was freaking out, and then they're like, actually, we don't think it's a stroke now. It might be just Bell's palsy, just Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they were like, well, it's not Bell's palsy, it's for sure. It's a legit stroke that you've had. And he was like, well, you've been through the ringer a bit. Like, I think either way, it's been like being told you've either got like cancer or AIDS. I mean, either way,
Yeah, but it's
you know
like,
what I mean?
it's like
You're
going,
putting
listen,
a claim in.
we think it's AIDS. It could be cancer.
So,
But, bad news, it's AIDS, but it's not cancer. However, you've still got cancer too. And he's like, do you not just tell me I didn't? Yeah, but then
Yeah.
we were wrong.
not really
We
sure
did.
either way. You got a mash of the two.
It's not a good scenario to be
Yeah.
in, you know. Because my dad
Bell's palsy?
had Bell's
Too much
palsy
whiskey?
as well. Yeah, I mean, I think a few.
A bottle of Bell's? What?
My dad got Bell's palsy on a plane. And,
Is that Ryan R charging for it?
it's like, I was
Is that in
sitting
the wee booklet? You can get him a Heineken. It's Heineken, Pringles, and Bell's
it was
palsy.
Bell's palsy. What had happened? I was sitting in an aisle seat and he was sitting in an aisle seat.
Come around in the wee trolley for it.
He goes, I don't feel well. And I was like, why, what's wrong with you? And then he spun around like fucking Harvey Dent. And I was like, oh fuck, you're having a stroke and it's on an airplane, so it's not good. And he was going the whole time. And then eventually they got it. I was like, if it was a stroke, you'd be feeling it. He's like, can you feel? And he's like,
Maybe it's just turbulence.
And he kept doing like as he was a boxer. He was like, I was like, how's your arm feeling? He was going, they're grand. His face was still
Was he doing a weigh-in?
And I was like, well, what do you mean? He goes, if I was having a stroke, I couldn't feel one of my arms. I'd just be doing this. I'd be like, doing this. Still going palsy. And then he got off and like, that's Bell's palsy. And he was like, that's a bit of an inconvenience. But
I guarantee if that happened on a Ryanair flight, they'd be like, yeah, we can actually get him some medical assistance, but the seatbelt lights are still on, so for now, you may stay where you are, dickhead.
And I reckon Ryanair would send an air host down and would just go, hey, just lift up beside your face and troop and you'll be grand. Give me some sellotape. Oh no. So sly the word. But listen, he's on the mend now. And
He's doing right.
He can smile a bit. He doesn't. He chooses not to, but he can.
He's doing right. Yeah, he's I told you about that freak out he had a couple of weeks ago about that Amazon Alexa thing.
Oh yes, he thought he was being bugged.
He thinks him and his neighbour don't get on in Strabane, and my dad had been reading about the Alexa Echo Dot thing, and his neighbour had got it, and from what my dad had read, he sort of took it a bit to heart. Know that you can use it and voice activate like your washing machine and your heating and stuff like that there. So my dad unplugged everything in his house just in case that bastard next door was going to be like turn on his washing machine on the sly and just have my dad on his bed and all hear like that's not even enough for a whitewash. And his electric bill's going to be through the roof. So my dad with the walking stick while he was stroking the bandit and behind the washing machine. You know.
So what's he do now?
What?
Does he just not have electricity? He just lives.
No, I wised him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not hard to threaten someone who's recovering from a stroke. Dude, when you walk around a certain side, you can't see you.
That's so sly, but also very funny.
It's like providing voiceover for your dad. It's like he's in Big Brother or something. Day 29, Pat's eating champ.
He said that, and you're like, me? Boo. So did you go around Biff's neighbour and be like, don't be fucking at the Alexa? And the neighbour probably went,
but he can't do it though. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because you can't do someone else's appliances.
Oh, you have to go into their house.
Yeah, and it has to be Samsung or like Amazon appliances. You can't just do a random like
Vidal
Sassoon hair dryer.
I thought the guy could just pop his head around the corner and go, turn on the washing machine. And then
your air fryer's on, just so you know. You making halloumi fries by any chance?
But that could fucking do someone's head in if someone was doing that,
sure.
you know. Like,
I would just turn on like the hair dryer.
Yeah, just freak them out.
Yeah.
I'd make a toilet flush, even though it's not electric. That would just be even freakier.
It's mad. Do they have electric toilets in like Japan or anything?
Oh, why would those guys have it? Because they're tech nerds and they fuck robots. Is that what you're trying to say? No, apparently, have you ever been to Zen? Have you?
What you going to say, Japan? You ever been to Sakura on Botanic Avenue?
Have you ever been to Zen right now?
Have you ever been to Chipco?
Their toilets do the seat vibrates and washes your arsenal and shoots water up your hole.
In that order?
Yeah, because initially when the seat vibrates and shocks you, you lift up a bit and your arse opens and then it shoots.
What's your personal opinion on bidets?
Is that what the blue?
I don't mean a shortened term for birthday. I mean the bidet.
I mean, I would like
to wash your bungus.
I feel like in Spain it's a bit hotter, so your gooch may be a little bit more, might be a little bit more marinated per se. You know, I think. But again,
it's slowly poaching.
But is it an alternative to a wipe? Like, would you just like power wash your hoof, or would you wipe and then cleanse?
I use it as like the icing on the cake sort of thing. Yeah. You're like, it just needs a wee bit of pizzazz.
Because the very first time I came across a bidet, I was. I turned it on a bit too powerfully. But the first time I was on a holiday with my mates when I was 17. I'd never seen one of these things before. I was like, this is good, it's a fucking ice bucket. And I just went to the shop, bucked a load of ice in it, and then one of my mates came and was like, you know, Spanish men wash your holes in that. And I went, well, didn't, but hey,
know that.
Would you like some ice? Just pubes in the rum. But yeah, so now I know it's a very good tool for blasting your gooch. I mean, if I were to build my dream home, I would have a bidet in it.
Yeah, in the bathroom or just
every room. Yeah, I just watch a telly sitting on a bidet
beside the stove.
Just sitting waiting for your eggs to boil.
You drop a Kiev on the floor.
But see, nowadays you can get those taps that just turn boiling. I wouldn't like a boiling bidet.
The zip taps. I
wouldn't trust those because
you can poach an egg and that.
but you couldn't trust it because you might be. Sometimes I put the wrong. You ever put the wrong tap on and you get a shock? Imagine if you just put pure boiling water in your dick. I don't know why I said dick because I don't often wash my dick in a sink. But
Not
for
often.
talk's sake, for talk's sake, you're washing a wee dessert spoon
if the
and you
mood
put
strikes.
boiling water and you just happen because again, a lot of people wear. A lot of people in their house will just wear like their boxers or like tracksuit bottoms but no top.
Yeah.
I'm the reverse of that. When I'm in my house, I'll just wear like a t-shirt.
Yeah. You're naked from the waist down. Just.
Yeah, bar flip-flops. So
Yeah.
sometimes I could be just down like that, washing a spoon. And if I had one of those combi boiler fucking taps, I could just shoot boiling water on my billiard. And I mean, I've never had boiling water in my penis, but I don't fancy the idea of it.
Nah, you don't approach your dick like.
No, and I mean, it wouldn't look well.
Nah.
It'd be very...
They don't look great anyway, so if you
Yeah,
parboil it.
they're not gorgeous looking,
Yeah.
It'd be very Chernobyl-ish.
Yeah, if you blanch the dick, it's not going to be like a prune then. It's been dehydrated.
The blanched cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely a bar in the cathedral corner. Welcome to the blanched cock. We've got wicker bee days.
And bells.
And Bell's palsy. Gluten free Bell's palsy.
Oh, Ben, what are we like for time? I feel like we've been knitting for ages. 40? Do you want to go on to listeners' questions?
Yes, mate, whatever, yeah.
Before we do
This
that,
is your podcast.
do you want to plug anything?
My podcast is back with a vengeance.
What's the name of the podcast?
Two episodes in Woodstock podcast.
Now, just to clarify, the name is this a specialised podcast where you discuss different types of wood?
It depends what you mean by wood.
Okay.
It depends like how erections differ in different parts of Northern Ireland. So
Nice.
I'm in Hollywood, so I've got an erection and I've just poured truffle oil in my bag.
Nice.
Yeah. And when I go
That's what
to
it smells. I just thought it was dog shit on my foot.
yeah. Woodstock is on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. It's a weekly podcast released on a Friday.
Nice.
And I'm stand-up wise, I'm going to be in Lavery's on Wednesday.
Lavery's Comedy Club.
And then Cherry Comedy in Dublin on the 24th of
Hey,
Feb.
nah, fuck those guys. You
And,
can plug
yeah.
shit on those.
Roisin Dove the day after.
Nice. Are you going to be living down there for a bit? Like, are you going to be spending the night?
I'm staying over in the apartment
In Dublin or in Galway?
in Galway. I'm staying over in Dublin the night before in a wee hotel by myself. And then went to Prague then a few days later.
Nice. What are you going to Prague for?
A stag do, mate.
Stag in Prague. I've been to Prague.
I've been to Prague as well.
I could give you some places off air because my wife listens to this.
Bad bean.
What?
I've been
As
as
you
well.
said, Bad Bean. I was like, I've not been that place, but it sounds like a good spot.
Did you go to Hot Peppers?
No. Did you go
It's
to
a strip museum.
Goldfingers? No.
And they sell pens.
The top level ones. They're like,
Like the old school, like proper writing fountain pens.
like you could flick ink out the top of them. Oh, terrible joke. I don't know what I'm saying there. Anyway.
Doing the questions are.
Oh, wait. Let me see.
I might have a few as well.
Ben's just doing a wee bit of admin here, and I'm just in the wrong messages. Oh, there we are. Let me see. Sorry. Sometimes this happens, where I'm an old shit guy.
You're just a mess, right?
Marcus
Shane,
Broad.
the usual host.
Nah, listen.
Because Shane's in America because he wanted a burger, basically. Shane being Shane's just like, I'd like a burger, so let's go to New York.
I need to go to New York to get my bag because the mince is tenderized and blanched.
I'm way to get pizza. Where are you going? 4-star Domino's? No, I'm way to Venice.
Yeah, that's fair. He's an opulent guy.
If he's going to go for a bit of ramen somewhere, he's either going to Taiwan or
Yeah.
Strabane.
I mean, both are good spots to
right
go
for
for.
ramen.
Owen Rooney has asked,
What's happening?
I mean, this is probably one for me, I would say.
I'm
I'm happy to teach you. How does one go about becoming a brand ambassador for the National Trust? Now, listen, Ben, you remember the National Trust? Didn't you join just after I got my brand ambassadorship, didn't you? Yep, you should join the National Trust too, mate.
is this your Insta story? Was this
Yeah, well, basically what happened...
Explain that, I didn't see all of it.
The National Trust basically approached me and were like, Dave, you have a profile.
Shit on your shit.
Yeah, you don't get shit in the National Trust because people clean up their shit there.
Yeah.
But they're like, Dave, you have a profile, and your mother-in-law bought 2 memberships to the National Trust for you and your wife. Would you like to be a brand ambassador? And I went, what does that entail? And they were like, just do silly stories on your Instagram about your time in the National Trust. And I mean, did I make this up in my head? Maybe, but
Yeah.
I still do it. But I just feel like the National Trust is a real great thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's good to go. Do you like walking?
I'll do it, like.
Yeah, but do you like it?
It's more a necessity in my life.
Yeah, well, man, what you need to do is go into a bush and have a look around and sniff nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sounded a bit like you're a sharpener there for a second, but...
The only last time I was in a bush was, honeymoon. Back in Strabane. I don't know. You know when you were like first started drinking, did you street drink, or were you old enough to? Or were you like old enough looking to get?
The only thing was, whenever I started puberty whenever I was 9.
You sound like you signed up for it, like Netflix.
I know, but listen,
£7 a month, gonna let my ballocks drop.
But then, like Netflix, a lot of people use my puberty. I just used to trim off bits and I'd stick it on a Pritt stick and try and get into the pub. And it'd be like, albeit with a pube stuck to their literal pubes in their face. All right, mate.
Goatee.
See, that's the thing, right? See, when you were younger, why did you not realise that young people don't dress like their dads? Whenever I was younger, I just would borrow my dad's clothes and go into the office and be like, oh, fucking tough day at work today. And the person over would be going, yeah, what do you do? And I'd be like, I'm fucking surgeon. And they're like, no, you're not.
You're dressed like a Miley academic golf caddy.
I know, and they're like, oh, so what do you want to drink? What do surgeons drink? And I'd be like, oh, a quarter bottle of Goldschlager, 10 KD blues, please.
Oh, you see, my first job, it was in the bingo in Strabane.
Yeah.
And they used to let us drink in there after the shifts at the weekends.
I love that.
So I used to dander across the road to a bar or place in Strabane with off license. But I was like 15 and I looked young. I had a wee baby face. So my angle was to say that I was buying drink for all the old women.
Yeah.
Because they were waiting on taxis to go home, so they were getting wee carriage to take home. So you'd think wee old woman like that's going to be port or sherry's, and the wee woman was like, "You getting them all drink?" And I was a guy, and she goes, "Aren't you a wee gentleman?" She goes, "What are you looking?" I was like, "Can I get a bottle of Fat Frog?" And 8 bottles of Budweiser and a pint bottle of Magners. She's going, they're trouts. Can I get a bottle of Red Square, please? Do you remember Red Square?
Yeah, Red Square was great.
I think we should have an Alco Pop podcast.
Oh, I'd be all for that. Big Beasties, remember those babies?
Yeah.
Smirnoff Ice. They were taking
Smirnoff Ice, and there's even WKD on a warm day.
Oh, it's hard to beat on a West Coast cooler.
Archer's Aqua.
Oh, wow. Now we're talking. Bacardi Breezer. I used to know a girl that was called that. But yeah, we'll just do that. Just keep getting the profile up. Enjoy walking, and you'll be...
Consistency in your...
You'll be grand.
Consistency.
Curtis Kenny, the man with 2 first names, he has said, "Dear Papa Bear, every time I ask a question, you ask me if I can get you to see some red pandas up close and personal. I've got some news, good news and bad news. I started working in a wildlife park with the said creatures. However, you have to come to Cambridge to see them. Alternatively, if a small bribe was offered to me, you could end up with a new pet panda." I mean, don't know if you know this.
Explain, yeah.
But I'm very much into red pandas. I watched...
Is that not a restaurant?
Well, that's where it started. The love. I was like, fuck, this is something.
Good chow mein here.
But I watched an episode of The Secret Life of the Zoo, and there was a story about these 2 red pandas that were trying to make them basically buck some babies in them, and
one Great Flood
was the Great Flood.
Great Flood. Jon Snow.
One of them died.
Oh,
and it was really sad. And I was like, there they are trying to start a family. One's died. So I just don't know. I couldn't wait to find out what happened, because they don't really... It's not like a soap opera. They don't follow up the stories. So
there's no arc.
I genuinely
Noah's Ark.
Emailed Chester Zoo.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I feel like don't want me to try and find if I've still got the email from Chester Zoo.
Go for it, sure. I'm on eggshells here.
Hold on, I'll see what they got. Red panda. But yeah, I don't know why I did it, but
shout out to Taboo Donuts in the meantime while you're looking for that.
Oh, no.
What flavour are they? White.
Oh, here we are. Chester Zoo. There's a
Did I actually respond to this, by the way? Or is it,
Right, okay. So basically what happened was I messaged Chester Zoo. Let me see, where's this from me to them. This could be the one from Dave Elliott.
You're still on your bare feet too.
I know, my feet are frozen. I feel awful terrible.
Look very zen.
Long story short, I can't get my email to them because it was like on their website I did it.
Oh,
but they wrote back saying, "Hi Dave, thank you for taking the time to contact Chester Zoo. It's always great to hear what you have to say. It's great to hear that you're a fan of the TV show The Secret Life of the Zoo and you enjoy watching it. Our animal keepers work closely with all the animals, and the loss of Jung, which was the name of this particular red panda, has hit the team hard. I've spoken with our animal team and they can confirm that Nima, that was his bird, is doing fine and eating well and enjoying a normal daily routine. There are no plans at the moment to add another red panda to the collection. Thank you for your interest and vital support of Chester Zoo. We hope you watch the rest of the series. Best wishes, Sari. Right? So that's fine. So
Sari?
Yeah, like Ceri. That's the name of the woman.
London Sari?
So yeah. So
I think you'll find.
So basically after that happened, I watched another episode or saw something. In fact, there was an article on a website about a new red panda got put in with Nima, and they got together and had kids. And I was happy to see. So I wrote back to the zoo saying, "Hi guys, I had messaged yourselves a couple of years ago, having been really upset during an episode."
There's years between the correspondence?
Yeah, 3 years. Really upset during the episode of Secret Life of the Zoo. In the episode, Jung, a red panda, had to be put to sleep, which was really heartbreaking. In the episode, Jung's death looked to have taken a real toll on his partner Nima's well-being, which prompted my message, as I was so concerned for her and hoped that I hoped to get reassurance that she was okay. You were very kind in letting me know that she was doing as best as she could in the circumstances, but eating well, etc. Now 2 years later, I've just seen an article that Nima has had twins with her new beau, Coda. This truly is a great news story, and I'm delighted that Nima has been able to flourish and have twins with Coda. I'm sure Jung is up there in Red Panda Heaven as proud as punch. What are the names for the twins? And if you have any up-to-date pictures, I'd love to have them. The story made my day, and hope to one day make it to Chester Zoo to see Nima and the twins.
You can tell you've been married over a year.
Yeah.
You mute Chester Zoo.
So, Chester Zoo decided to reply to me.
They're very good with
They are.
Correspond.
He said, "Hi Dave. Thank you for your message. It's lovely to hear from you again, and I'm so pleased that you know of the news." The two red panda twins were born to Nima and Coda on the 22nd of June.
What weight
and
were
have
they?
just had their first health check, by our vet, and they're both doing very well with a full clean bill of health. Mum Nima's doing very well, and she's doing a great job in caring for them both. They haven't got names just yet, but now we know the one's a boy and one's a girl. I'm sure it won't be long before they do. Keep an eye out on our pages, on our website and social media pages. The pair are important additions to the breeding program for the species, and we're delighted here at Chester Zoo. Please keep in touch. Best wishes, Sari. Now, I think Sari thinks I have a wee bit of a want about me, but I mean, I don't care.
Yeah. Did you find out what they named him in the end? They should have called one Dave.
Dave, yeah, and Elliot. So yeah, it was really nice to
make
hear
a friend.
That. So basically, what I want to say to Curtis Kenny is, if I come to Cambridge, can you hook me up with a red panda? I can get a cuddle, please.
Sort it out.
It would mean a lot to me. Craig Walker said, "Hello, friends."
That's really nice.
Yeah. Judging by social media, it would seem Shane has once again fucked off and left us. I'm not angry, but disappointed, to be honest. My question today is, if you could have anyone in the world over for dinner, who would it be and why? Hashtag get the spuds on.
Just one person?
Yeah.
Like a one-on-one thing?
Yeah. I don't know why, but I looked at you right there and thought Patrick Stewart. Just the way you reacted.
Mr. Woods.
Patrick Stewart would be good at your dinner.
Yeah, why?
I just think that he'd be a kind of guy you could get a lot of interest and chat out of. He's been through a lot.
I don't have a ramp though.
Do you have a lift?
Yeah, I don't.
No.
I do, yeah.
Who would you, genuinely, who would be your person?
I don't know, it sort of varies. I mean, who do I like at the minute in general? You know who I like at the minute? Craig Ferguson. Do you remember him?
Yeah, Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, Craig Ferguson.
Craig,
yeah. He's class, man.
Yeah.
So I'd probably have him.
Nice. Now, if we're talking some...
But he's sober, so it would probably be me getting full and him watching.
What if you were to invite like a maybe a celebrity crush, like a sexy woman? Who would you invite?
I'd Scarlett Johansson's.
Yeah, have you seen her new film, Jojo Rabbit?
I haven't seen it, but I plan to.
Go and see it. It's good. Good.
She's up for 2 Oscars, is she?
Oh, I give her 2 Oscars.
2 Oscars and a Golden Globe.
Yeah. If you know what I mean. Yeah, she's a very good actress.
Yeah, she's very talented. God bless her.
She is all right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Craig, at the minute, probably Craig Ferguson, but...
Craig Ferguson. Right, okay.
Craigie Ferguson.
This question is from...
What about you? Who do you have?
Like from all time?
Uh,
Genghis Khan.
Who?
Genghis Khan, if anyone can, Genghis Khan.
That sounds like a third world country.
Yeah, I feel like he would tell me.
Please donate money to Genghis Khan.
This next question is from Jermish, and he has said, "Good evening, Captain-ish of Cumish," which is Irish. This one's for Papa Bear. How long? Oh meow! How long before the man boy Cheeky stops doing his new podcast? So that's a wee bit of shade.
That's very a shade goodie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very shade goodie. I had to say sorry, but I said something inappropriate there, and Woodsy was kind enough to say, your career, please think of your career.
Yeah.
So Ben had to edit that out.
God bless you, Ben.
But yeah, how long do you think Shane's pod? I hope it lasts long, but I mean, I don't think... I don't know if it's his favourite thing to do. I don't know whether he does a podcast because he loves podcasting or because
see, I could get that.
he wants to do it. I know.
I could grab your phone.
The thing about it is,
but I can't go near the feet.
I've got monkey feet. So,
I hope he keeps it up. But I'm not one to talk because there was a big gap in my podcast. But you know, it's all about just consistency. You know yourself.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know about consistency. I'm only on the 114th episode in a row of my podcast, but
I'm 25 in the woods.
You know, listen, but I mean, I'm going to say this now on my podcast here. There's going to be a little change to my own personal podcast. I'm not saying what it is, but let's just say the next episode of Dave Elliott's Weird Podcast will be the last episode of Dave Elliott's Weird Podcast. But that's it. We'll talk about it later.
It's soon to be announced.
Joe Monks has said it's just a guy who just always wears boxers. He says, first off, I was on the move for a month, so I've been catching up on all the podcasts in the morning commute. I must say that the Ease and Poppers was one of the funniest things I've heard, and I don't know how long. Was absolutely in stitches all day in work. If you didn't listen to that episode, we were just talking about what would be sold at a paramilitary pharmacist, and it's just Ease and Poppers. So anything's wrong with you? Hey, what's wrong? I've got this rash in my dick. Far easy in it.
I'm sorry.
But the question is,
prod liver oil.
This is a good one for you that I feel like you could get good length out of here.
I'm fond of good length.
Smooth all over junk, wee soul patch, or just grizzly?
For my own or just for the recipient?
I mean, both. Like, would you be a person that you practice what you preach?
I think
I knew a mate once. We were in the same rugby team, and he just shaved himself a Brazilian because he thought that was something that guys do, and the guys don't do it. A Brazilian's nice if you've like a nice little, genitalia, but when you have a dick, it's not nice to follow the yellow brick road to a big schlong, is it?
Would it be like when you mean Brazilian, you mean like Ronaldo's wee haircut from back in the day, where it's just like a wee triangle?
It's like it's a wee landing strip.
Yeah.
But the last thing you want to do is land on a dick. Unless you're that way inclined.
Yeah.
For me personally, I wouldn't try it again.
And you felt indifferent.
Like 5 or 6 times. Not for me. Yeah.
Once you hit double figures, it gets monotonous.
I know, it's boring. So what do you would you be a bushman or would you?
Like this is my travel show. Reuben's bushman. Good eye.
Like I didn't realise that tucker meant food, so the bush tucker man was just a man that had people out. So what would you sport? A bush, a trim, a bald, a Hollywood, a Brazilian?
In my own respect, mine's is very much like a Millwall supporter.
What's that?
Skinhead.
I when I was younger went through the phase of just trimming the bush region, but then never really looking after the ball. So my dick looked a lot like a billy goat.
Abraham Lincoln.
And then I was told don't do that. So then I just went to Benidorm and got a plait, and it was grand.
Yeah. I think now because we're both married, you just do what you're told. So if our wives go, you may need to do something like that, you will. Yeah.
I mean, listen, if I want to get a BJ and Duncan, I'm happy to give whatever style she wants.
A wee blowge.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I have had about 3 of those in the time we've been together. And I covet them. No, BJ and Duncan's. No
Mary
trims.
J. blowge.
I mean, in terms of, I like to trim mine with a razor. Like, I like to get into the bush as if it's in my shat. and like match it and just chop through it. Like I'm going through the Amazon, and then instead of finding like, I don't know, a nice wee secluded spot, I find a dick.
Is it like just like a wee sort of standard razor that you'd be
Yeah,
using?
I have a Remington.
Do you reckon Catherine's going to get you a finger razor for Christmas?
I mean, yeah, that'd be a great double up. In fact, if she could merge that finger pen, cut the pen out of it, and put a razor on it, that'd be a sensational gift.
Yeah.
I'd be very, very keen on that. But I mean, you know what? I feel like it's nice to have some pubic hair because that way you know you're with an adult. You know, it always helps.
You're not just riding
Like,
a candle.
I know. I find like a lot of people are like, you know, I'll shave it all off, and I'm like, why? Because it means you're an adult when you have that. So, pedo.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, I'm not. I must be honest. I often talk about my butthole, and like through time, like it's. A lot of people are keen on things going in their ass.
I just heard the phrase butthole 3 times.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I'm
a time
not,
lapse your
you know,
household.
I'm not
Like
one of these guys to, you know, like things up there. So over time, my body's developed a natural defense mechanism, like Sleeping Beauty's castle in many respects. You know, if you want to get, I don't want to say, if you want to get to kiss the princess, you got to wade through the thorns. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's no shame in there. So, but I mean, if you do venture through that, you know, you have every right to kiss the princess. So
it's like an excursion to get your arsehole, isn't it?
Listen, but if you're willing to go that far, you deserve it.
It's like a day on the National Trust NI going to your arsehole.
Listen, and I'll tell you what, I'll make an Instagram story about it too.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you for the question. I
think it was
interesting. Answered. Johnny Lindsay has said, "Do you like it or hate it when people recognise you in public, and what should we do / say to know we got it from the podcast?"
Well, I don't know. Does it happen to you often? It probably happens to you a lot more than me, like.
From time to time, but I like when people do. It's weird whenever like they recognise you but don't say anything until like you pass, and then they'll say something, you know, to you, and it's weird. But I just say, like, if you don't be normal, come up and say hello, I'll talk to you. Again, as I've said, not on a Sunday. Don't fucking talk to people on a Sunday.
Or when it's been shot on, don't.
Yeah, or whenever someone's trying to wade through my butt hair to get to my a-hole, like, just leave me in peace. You know? But no, it's nice. But again, if you listen to the podcast, just to be simple, good morning. That's nice. Because I went into a place of work once, and a podcast listener, Nathan Concelia, was working there, and he went good morning, and I just went good morning, and he sort of looked at me like, and I was like, no, you need to say it in a very calm voice for me to know what you're talking about, otherwise you're just giving good customer service, you know. But he was a great fan of the podcast. But just be normal.
If you just be normal and be dead on, and it helps sometimes if you say it's via podcast or via haven't seen you do stand up, so you can gauge you know, there is people listening to the podcast and stuff. Because I have a feeling like my SoundCloud is just all ghost accounts in like Sierra Leone. Yeah. And there's nobody actually.
But I mean, imagine you could do a stadium in Sierra Leone. This is the Wisdom Podcast live, and then from Sierra Leone. So great. But go for it. I'd support you. And Ben, you make a documentary about it.
Yeah, Woodsy
in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
You get a machete there, like, and wade through a forest. That'd be great. Ronaldo said, "Dia gish davish agus Ruairi." Like that, did
Don't speak Arabic.
Yeah. Hope you guys are well wrapped up tonight. It's fierce mild out there. I've been watching a lot of Dragon's Den recently, and was just wondering if you guys had any bespoke inventions that you've created over the years. I know Davish is constantly working with Rob Herring on the next big thing that they will bring to the Den. Last time their gym got investment from Duncan Amut Bannatyne. A picture of Rob's reaction after he heard the good news attached. So is there anything you would pitch in the Dragon's Den?
So maybe like a Bluetooth controlled B-Day.
A blue that your dad's next door neighbour could only activate. Wash his hole.
See Pat's away for a dump.
That'd be so awkward, wouldn't it, if you were doing a dump and then a B-Day shut water up while you're trying to push stuff out.
Do you know what I would legit do?
What?
If I was on Dragon's Den and had mates that could make this happen, I think there should be some sort of way that every bar and restaurant in the world has a live feed that you can access. So if you're saying, particularly because a lot of these hipster places now don't take reservations, say me and you are like, let's go to somewhere in Belfast, and you're like, for a pint or food, you're like, what if it's packed? We'll need a plan B. You should be able to tap into the live feed and go, it's quiet.
Yeah. And to be fair, yeah, Big Brother's watching you. But,
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure
a
it's
good idea.
but just alive. I'm sure it'd be easy enough done, and just be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's quiet now.
Yeah.
But like,
Then-
obviously, it needs to be a live feed because another way, like in Google Maps, it like
Yeah.
does it every couple of hours. So every so often, you'll see like I do my dad's house, and it's just him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, is that distorted? And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I had a stroke there last February. But you know what I mean? Like, it needs to be live.
Yeah.
Live AF.
Yeah. That'd be a good
So
idea.
you can go, oh sweet, we can dander in there. No, if you're on maybe you're on a bar crawl on a Saturday in Belfast.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really go anywhere comfortably going, oh, we'll get a seat.
Yeah.
And I don't like to stand. Woodsy don't stand.
No, that's
Don't
fair, like.
stand. You know what I mean? Don't do it.
And it's bad when you have your heart set somewhere and then it's full. Like I went to somewhere in Budapest on my honeymoon and it was a real nice restaurant. Couldn't get in and it was so small but so beautiful.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just heartbroken I couldn't
Yeah.
get there.
But it's good when you have a bit of luck.
Yeah.
When we went to, Cat's Deli in New York.
Yes.
Or like
Oh,
when
yes.
Harry Met Sally
Yeah,
did that scene and stuff. And then literally about 20 minutes after we sat down, having ordered, the place was fully rammed.
Yeah.
So it was just sometimes it's meant to
That's
be.
nice. Yeah.
But sometimes it's not meant to be. And that's life.
And that's hence that quote, to be or not to be, that is the question.
That is the question. Too deep.
If I went to Dragon's Den, I would like to try and do some kind of like, human experiments. Like see if I could get a human that could like morph and like on all fours and run at the speed of a dog. I don't know what that is invention wise, but I would like some
Good for
money
the Olympics, like.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to get some money from Deborah Meaden to see if I could carry out human experiments.
Yeah.
And I should be like, what's your science background? I go, I did single award, but that's not the point. I have a lot of endeavour and a hope
Yeah. YouTube videos.
to do that. Let me see, did you say you have some questions yourself?
Yeah, I'll just scan through. Chris Reezy.
Okay.
Reezy Breezy. Since priests aren't allowed to marry, etc., do you think they have wee cheeky wanks?
I mean, I think a lot of priests...
It'd be good if they just kept to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should be allowed to ejaculate if you're a priest.
You should be allowed to.
Yeah, I think, I mean, as a human, you do get sexual urges, and it's important to be able to do that with consenting adults, not children without consent. And
Did you happen to listen to my podcast this week?
not this week yet.
I was doing the story, I'll just paraphrase quickly. Do you know Burt Ward, who played Robin in the Adam West TV show Batman?
Yeah.
He was basically told, the way he's like a really skimpy outfit, he was told that his wang was too big and he was forced to take pills to reduce the bulge because there was complaints from a real thing, the Catholic League of Decency. Listen, check out Woodstock this week. That's a real thing. So they rang up going, no, there's too much scrot there. And,
why do you not just strap it up his hole?
You just said that as if like it's plainly obvious. Just get some brown tape and just shove it up your.
Yeah, FedEx it up your hole like it's like one of those guys with one of those wee sticky things.
Like
that
when you go to
pops
the
up.
Christmas market and they've got the whole thing.
I mean, I couldn't get my dick any smaller. It'd be like a borrower. But you just need to, like, I just strap it to my. I know that's what a Prince Albert is.
Yeah.
That's what the original Prince Albert piercing was, because the Prince Albert, Victoria's Albert, had too big a dong for riding horses, so he had to get it pierced and hooked on his belt.
Was he even the horse was like?
Yeah. But imagine actually getting your dick pierced to hook onto your belt.
Yeah.
And then now it's just for people that shop at fresh garbage to look edgy.
Listen to Corn for the first time.
I know. I listen to Follow the Leader and get their wang pierced. I knew a guy once who, just for art, got circumcised and his ball bag pierced.
Aaron Butler, wasn't
Yeah.
Hiya, butt munchers.
Tell you what, you need your feet to butt my munch.
Was feet that hair removal cream?
Oh yeah,
Would you say you would have a reasonable dick?
No. My dick is very much like Heather. Small. Any sham people reference for anyone out there?
Mine's is like a Toscale ravioli.
Does it taste like that?
Huh?
Does it taste like one as well?
You let me know, sure.
No, it actually
I've-
tastes more like a parmesan.
I have a question from a guy who's he's not really big into social media, but he's left us a question. Violin Mick of the String Ninjas.
Right, okay. I think he said violent Mick. I thought he's just an old guy.
I don't speak to him all the time, so he could be.
Yeah.
Beats the fuck
What's
out of
he
me a
said?
fiddle. He says, come down with me, Death Row special. What's your 3-course dinner of choice?
I mean, if I'm on death row, I for a start, I'm not.
I think after this podcast,
Yeah.
you're in for it.
Yeah.
If there's a B-day in the cell.
Yeah. I mean, that would be great. That would be my request if I was on death row. Please put a B-day in there.
Yeah.
But not one of those ones that goes from cold to boiling very quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Doesn't B-day in the cell sound like an old wrestling event?
Yeah.
Like Hell in the Cell?
This weekend, a B-day in the cell.
The Undertaker.
Yeah. The Undertaker.
Triple H.
Oh, that's not what you call him, because H, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a prod.
Shit. Controversial.
Jesus Christ, Rory.
Yeah. That's mad. That's mad. That's only come to light now.
Yeah.
We're
don't
actually
know.
in separate rooms, and then Ben's just like edited us in together.
Yeah,
we're
I know
actually-
that's good because I would get infected with TIG if you were in the same room as me. You brought these. You know what these
Yes,
are?
yeah,
Catholicism. That's why they're taboo.
yeah. That's why they're three:
Yeah,
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
yeah. And also, you know, I'm on a diet, so it's very sly.
I did ask, but they're more for Ben because he's actually
Yeah.
working, and you're just sitting there.
With my bare feet.
You look like you're just a hipster in like a bookshop going to a Def Jam poetry session.
Hey man, I date 8-year-olds. That's what those kind of guys do.
Check out
So
my
basically,
haikus.
I think what Violent Mick wants to know is
He's into wrestling, so that could be his wrestling name.
yeah, Violent Mick.
Violent Mick, and he beats the fuck out of you with a fiddle.
Yeah, and a special move could just be a stiff left. Fucking have that.
What
So
do
yeah,
you call it? The rod?
I thought you were going to say fluffy hammer. No, is it not a what do you call those things that you play a violin with? A bow.
Bow, mate.
Yeah,
Strong bow.
yeah, the strong bow. That's his
Strong
finisher.
bow. Yeah.
So yeah, I think the nature of that question is if you were having a starter, main, and dessert, what would it be?
Yeah.
Your favorite starter, main, dessert. Go ahead.
We see. I don't usually take dessert. I do 2 starters.
Yeah, all right, okay. We
Is that
could
all right?
You do
Is that
2
feasible?
starters, a main, and then some poon later on. You're right, like.
I do the pin first because you work up an appetite.
All right, okay. And you have some sorbet to cleanse the palate. Get in, go to work.
Yeah. So if you start with a fanny, that
Looney
obviously rules
Tunes.
out any pork belly.
You have to drink white wine for that as well.
Wings. One of the starters would have to be wings.
Okay, what sort of sauce do you like on it? Do you-
Blue cheese. It sounds
Nice.
like Joey Diaz, but yeah, blue cheese.
Oh, I love Joe
And
Diaz.
he's a good lad. I think he's going to go far. Not in a treadmill or anything,
No,
just
no.
in career wise.
Or on TV because he says a lot
Yeah.
of bad things.
Fuck him.
He was calling guys the F bomb.
Finian.
No, like imagine if you like the French
Frozen yogurt.
French bread. It's called a baguette. You know,
Baguette.
he's basically using the
They're-
version of
they're
that
a
just
bunch-
on podcasts about people.
They're a bunch of sticks used for
Yeah, and
kindling.
I was going, all right, okay, that's
Up to you.
that's yeah, probably not very 2020, but he's an old
Yeah.
man and he says what he wants.
How old would he be now?
56 years old, cocksucker.
You fucking cocksucker.
So you got your wings.
fuck you go comedy store? I'd have wings.
Japanese
and then,
like that. What the fuck you want comedy store?
Well, he's very well travelled. He did a gap year in Okazaki.
Okay, suck my dick.
Sucking on my asshole. Let me think. Second starter. What's a good second starter? Potato skins.
Boats? Would you fill it with like cream cheese and bacon and all?
Did you say creme?
Nice.
Is it creme fraiche? Did you mean say or
No, I
creme
meant say
cheese?
cream cheese. Like
Creme-
cream cheese.
Creme Norton.
Creme Norton, yeah. Would you like that? Oh, a bit
I'd
of
try
cheese on
potato
top.
skins and then lasagna and garlic
What
spuds.
skins do you prefer? Potatoes are 4.
What?
What skins do you
Potatoes are 4?
prefer? Yeah.
I was trying to think. There's that like a weird version of like Maris Piper or something. Is that a breed of spud like Curse Pinks? I'm not even aware of.
It's not out of the main. You strike me as a bit of a steak kind of guy.
Did you ever hear? I only had steak for the first time about 2 years ago.
And what?
I'm 29.
Why?
I just never hold it.
And now you've tried it.
Yeah, I
you
work.
like
I did start on well done, but I worked my way down. You know what I mean? So now I'm
And
at
now you literally
I'm-
just eat a live
Yeah.
venison.
I just put it over a hairdryer for 30 seconds. and
Nice.
eat it.
I use an iron personally.
Yeah,
But I mean,
curling iron.
yeah. So what is your main? Your main dish?
I would do something like a really decent lasagna with garlic spuds and a side salad.
That's tasty.
I don't need no dessert.
What
'cause
would you drink with it?
It's hard. Usually don't drink with food. I know people like they go to Frankie and Benny's and get a pizza and get a stout with it. You're like,
Yeah. No, that's weird. I
no
mean,
need for that. It's hardly complimentary.
I don't know what I have for a starter. I like scallops. So do I mean, I could eat a main scallop. So we'll probably go for some nice scallops. And then maybe like you can get surf and turf as a starter. I might get a wee presented surf and turf. And then for the main, I would maybe go for a nice big juicy steak.
Yeah. Can I say, like, the amount of restaurants now that are like, they have like the list of sides, and it's like chips, £3.
Yeah.
Seasoned chips, £4.
Yeah.
Like, you've just put salt and vinegar on.
Yeah. Nah.
Seasoned chips.
Nah, people are just full of shite these days. Just do me chippies and I'll dress them myself.
I'll bring my own salt.
Exactly. And I mean, I think you're onto something with potatoes. You know, I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Maybe not garlic for me, just like we like roasties or something, or we boiled potatoes.
Crispy roasties or a mix of everything? Do you like wee crispies?
I don't really. I know. I'm just looking at like a wee roast potato would like, or it's a boiled potato with. I mean, you got some pepper sauce on the side.
Boiled potato by itself, just like
not nice, some butter and pepper sauce. Erection. I also enjoy asparagus.
Do you?
Yeah,
I've never had asparagus. You know?
I mean, it makes your pea smell exactly like asparagus.
How did I get this far in life?
I know
Asparagus and strabans, like, you know,
it's as like
that's like
exalted as like gold.
Yeah,
it's like rubies.
If I brought it back, I could sell it for thousands.
That's what you should do. Like the first asparagus I ever ate was from a tin, and it was not sweet, but I liked it. You know, and
Tinned asparagus.
My mum and dad used to give me this dinner when I was growing up. They called it chicken and a cream sauce. And,
clues in the name.
And I was like, right, well, basically what it was, they boil up some pasta, and then you get this tin from Marks and Spencer's, and it was just this thing, just mangled chicken and a cream sauce. I just mixed it all in and go, hit that. And it was nice, but they don't do it anymore because I think it's probably got bakes and all in it. I don't think it's the most
bakes and
the tastiest thing in the world.
Yeah, feet.
But for dessert, there's so many. I am a dessert guy, as you can tell. You're slim and I'm fat. I would say I like so many things. I love banoffee. A good banoffee is my favorite.
Like a cheesecake or like a pie.
I like a, I'd like a cheesecake a bit, but it's like the thick caramel on it.
Yeah,
would be fucking great. I'd love some banoffee right now. I also like hot brownie and stuff as well. And also don't mind the warm chocolate buns. But yeah,
I can see it coming when you're going to say it too.
I know, so should she. But I enjoy that. Is there any more questions on your side?
Don't believe so, man. No, I think we're.
Let me see.
Just double check. Actually, there was some on Twitter.
I just read these ones from. Just here's 2 more to go through.
Oh, okay.
Wormball has said, which 2 characters created by members of the Comedy Squad would you like to write / fiction about? Let me just go on the Urban Dictionary to see what that means. I can't open it because I do not have it. There must be an over 18 and my phone's banned from that because porn addiction. Mark Beggs has said, good morning, Lords of Lats and the Strabanimal. With the sexiest day of loving almost upon us, what bespoke gifts do you hope to receive from St. Valentine? #. First of all, Mark, let me look. You know, mate, you're over 30. Don't be getting excited about St. Valentine's Day. I mean, it's a load of BS. Just get yourself in the bedroom with the missus. Give her 10 minutes. And go and eat your steak. Don't buy cards. Don't buy inflatable balloons. Because that's fake love. You need real love.
10 minutes? You're going to do it twice?
No, what I do, I like to lie for 9 minutes and relax. I like to bask in my own juices and just lie there and marinate
Based?
for 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm the basted based. That's me. Based in the place, London.
I get the dick out about 2 minutes before and let it prove. Like when you're...
Yeah, let it prove.
Yeah, don't let any direct sunlight at it.
I do keep your peace of mind to get it up. Yeah, but it's more like a hacky sack, and I really like to flex my knee, but I get there.
Yeah.
But in terms,
I use my like a pestle and mortar and crush peppercorns.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really get Valentine's gifts other than a wee cuddle and a wee fucking lumber, like.
Yeah, it's never been a thing for myself and Lisa.
I just say
never keen on it.
I just say to Catherine, go to work and bring some fucking money to this house, woman. Happy Valentine's Day.
Go win some bread in a raffle.
I do, and I say, listen, go harlot yourself in the streets of London. And don't come back to me unless you've got bags of... or in your case, bags of asparagus. Yeah. So,
again, you've ruined the whole present band thing with a finger pen, so...
Yeah.
You've peaked at that in the weirdest way, so...
I've looked for... to be fair, I did look for a thumb pen. It doesn't exist yet. So maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what I would go...
Could you get, like...
To...
The whole hand pen?
I mean, yeah, you could get like a highlighter, one of those ones all different.
There's like
fingers.
a highlighter, pen, pencil, Tipex,
Yeah, well,
Pipstick, and then she could be
this would have to be the pencil to go into your fanny sharpener.
Yeah.
Still. Great. Ben, how long's that?
Hour and 20.
Guys, that's a
That's
long
plenty.
podcast.
That's plenty.
That's an hour and 20, and that's plenty. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you to Ray Woods for coming
Cheers
on the
for
podcast.
having me on. I enjoyed
for
that
filling
one.
Shane Todd's hole. How did you feel it went? Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it, man.
Do you have anything else to plug before you go?
No, just listen to Woods talk. Tell me what
Yeah.
you think it.
A rival podcast and this podcast, but that's what we're all about, sharing
Yeah.
the love here.
Yeah.
I'm doing my show in the Limelight on the 1st of February. Tickets are selling very well, so if you want to come, just
that's the sound I make.
Alright, okay. Well, if you want to come back, get on Shine.net and get tickets. Also, Oma, I'm coming the night before. Get tickets to that. And if you're a Ballymena person, I'm in Ballymena this Friday at the front page. So, come. Just everybody come and see me. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Yeah,
It's been a
get
pleasure.
tickets.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
You're very
It's
welcome.
been a
Cheers for
pleasure.
having me.
I've enjoyed this. My feet are cold now. I'm going to put my shitty shoes back on and see, so help me God, if there's any more dog shit out there. I know Chris Ben Hollywood.